Well, we've come to our final decade in the look back in Glasgow's fashion history.
We have indeed. Today it's the 1990s, looking at denim, scousers, and maybe even a Union Jack dress.
Nice.
It's going to be epic. So let's go and have a chat to Deirdre Glass, a fashion stylist, to tell us a wee bit more. Let's go.
Yep.
My name is Deirdre Glass. I work as a fashion stylist and a personal shopper. I've been in the fashion industry for probably 15 to 20 years and worked with lots of different brands and lots of types of different clothes. So I like to think I've got quite a fairly rounded experience.
So Deirdre, we've got an amazing selection of gems from the 90s here. But first of all, just tell us a wee bit what it was actually like in the 90s. What was 90s fashion?
Fashion was fantastic. It was really fun. We had lots of trends actually come from other decades. I mean, people look back at it and think, but when you were there, you were in the midst of it, and you were wearing your leather biker jacket, your denim jacket. It was also a really glam age as well. So we had the glam and the bodycon look, which this kind of brings into it. But this was what I could afford, although it wasn't cheap at the time.
How much was it?
It was around about £80–90. That's a Jean-Paul Gaultier dress.
Amazing.
That one actually came from the end of the warehouse. And that's me in the Botanic Gardens.
Wearing the
Glasgow
dress.
Botanic Gardens. So it was an amazing time. In the 90s, it was a big change. A brand was coming on board. So at that point, we also had the Italian Centre opening, Cruise that we're standing in today, which was amazing. And we also had Princess Square. Another place that came on board was the Princess Square.
Yes.
So you had people like Catherine Hamnet, you had Nicole Farry, you had Butler and Wilson. So you had this kind of really glam jewellery. At that time, you had quite kind of blingy pieces.
Okay.
So big and quite loud. So some of the thing that was really good, the wee brooches were definitely in at the point, but if you look there, you've got the B&Ws, you've got branding on there, and they looked really good, and they were off the time.
Yeah.
I mean, brooches were a big thing.
Brooches were big.
This kind of thing with the clip earrings. These actually you could wear right now, the glass. You know, this is where all your vintage comes from. It was brilliant because you couldn't really get this outside of, it was usually London you had to go to. So to have this in our doorstep was amazing. And when they brought in the Versace store, which was Versace Collection, that was their first UK store. So that was a real coup for Glasgow.
So Versace picked Glasgow as the first place in the UK to come in and open a store. That's amazing. That's big. That's a big deal.
They were clever because people always think it's London, but Glasgow's a happening place. Glasgow people love their fashion and trends. Glasgow boys and girls love their fashion, they love their trends, they love their brands, and especially in the 90s when we had lots of new things happening, it was an amazing time for people.